Coinbase launched those three new tokens yesterday: Gitcoin, Enzyme, and AMP. We're going to check over the price action. What did Bitcoin do? What did I expect to happen, and what actually happened in this video? Plus, it also listed on, the other Coinbase exchange. We'll go over that in a few seconds. So if you guys like this content, consider smacking that subscribe button if you have not already. And of course, give the video a nice good old thumbs up. Diving right into it, we see Coinbase, just like mentioned yesterday, the fourth phase that they do not tell you about is listing on Coinbase.com. So look at this. Yesterday they tweeted out from Coinbase.com, not pro Coinbase, that Gitcoin, Enzyme, and AMP are launching on Coinbase.com as well as their iOS and Android apps. So that right there is very bullish. Like I said, most people do not use pro Coinbase. They use Coinbase.com. And what you should consider doing is learning how to use pro Coinbase so you save on those terrible fees that Coinbase robs you of. But moving on, let's go check out Gitcoin, the one that I thought would do the best. So currently it is up about 25% at the time of this recording with a $207 million market cap. Last time, if I recall correctly, we were around 160 or $140 million market cap. So it's done pretty well. It didn't do a double though, but it's still doing pretty well. Looking at the chart on the last day, we do have a high of around just under $18. If I recall correctly, when I first made the video, it was around $10. So that right there is some decent gains. It's nothing like, the graph when it listed, or it's nothing like the coins back in the day when they only had a few coins. They used to having the volatility was off the charts. I mean, crazy gains were made, but it's still decent, especially with Bitcoin ranging between, the 30 to 40,000. It's still a decent gain at this time if you got in on that. So yes, this coin is now on Pro Coinbase and Coinbase.com. For anybody in the back that has not heard. So that's what happened there. Definitely some nice price appreciation. Let's go over back to Enzyme/Melon because they did rebrand. This one was a little strange. It's actually down. And what's interesting though is before the launch, let's go to the last 7 days, it actually started going down. June 8th, we had the launch, a little peak and then down, just downtrend ever since. What is going on with a $167 million market cap? It's not going to take too much money to move this. At $93, it's still going down. Like a pop here. Oops, we popped a little bit and then down. Pop, oop, down. It's a downtrend. I don't know what is going on with Melon/Enzyme. I don't know. I do see some spam comments down below, so I don't know if that has to do anything with it. But interesting. Definitely have to do some more research. I'm kind of surprised it hasn't moved a little more than what it did. But that's Enzyme. As we know, it's on Coinbase now. And AMP. So AMP, it's definitely, seems like one of the top rated coins down in the comments. People definitely want a AMP video. But currently, right now, we're just under 7 cents, up about 25% in the last 24 hours. It's been doing pretty well. If I recall correctly, we were about a $2.6 billion market cap. Now we're 2.9, pushing that $3 billion market cap. That right there is pretty nice to see. Price action, last 7 days. Look at that, some nice pop. We had the nice pop announcement, and then we had another pop with the listing. But look at the listing, though. It was a lower pop, though. So we had a high and then lower high. Hopefully we can get back up, make a higher high, and go from there. The all-time high for AMP is about 8.6 cents, which was about 13 hours ago. So keep that in mind. Since we had that pop, we want to get back up there. We had the all-time high here, lower high. We want to make a higher high for AMP. And as many of you know, this coin was on Gemini well before it was on Pro Coinbase/Coinbase.com. So now that we've seen, AMP and Gitcoin did pretty well. With this listing. Enzyme was definitely disappointing. I just want to go over the price action of Bitcoin at the same time because that is a major factor in how these coins will list on Coinbase. How's the volatility? How are things looking? So looking at Bitcoin, we're looking at the 4-hour chart. Like we mentioned the other day, we had this nice V-shaped recovery. Hopefully it bounces out. Hopefully we end up breaking to the upside. We're going to need a little bit of accumulation before we bounce to make it healthy. So we have been ranging right here, back and forth between $35,700 and $38,400. So it's been nice. We did not see a massive crash. Now with these listings, if you see something like this, nice crash in there, they're probably not going to do well. They're probably not going to do well. I understand Coinbase is working on listing Solana. They actually had the announcement, and now they said they're working on some technical difficulties. So not sure when Solana is going to list, but it should be on there as soon as they make it happen. Because guess what? They want to list it because they want the trading fees. Their business, they want that. So they'll get it there as soon as they can. But just keep in mind for future ones, look at the volatility of Bitcoin, look what's going on, how's the overall market working. You want to keep all that in mind. So if you guys like this content, let me know down below, what was your pick, Gitcoin, Enzyme, or AMP? And as always, thank you for watching. Smack that subscribe button if you're new here, and consider smacking the like button if you guys like it as well. I'll catch you guys all in the next one, but until then, may the gains be with you.